Welcome, Divine. Welcome to Golden Mission 144, where we read the energy of the men and women walking this planet for higher success rates and ascension, obtaining your goals, desires, dreams. Let's listen to a message from the universe to kick us off. Ever wonder why some of those who achieve incredible success, amass fortunes, and enjoy sizzling relationships seem so unlikely? It's because intelligence, looks, even creativity come in a distant second place to believing. Achievers achieve because they believe they could, and followed up with consistent baby steps. And so the heavens and the earth were moved. I believe in you, the universe. Thank you, universe. That's a beautiful card to start off with. That's really a big message for you divine feminines out there who are really getting in position. You're really getting in position for a new life, a new way of being that you've worked really hard to get to for some time. And you're starting to recognize that it had nothing to do with your skill, your abilities, and any of that stuff. All of that stuff has always been in place. Now that your belief systems have changed, you're starting to see that your manifestation intervals are changing. And you're in the wave. You're in the wave. You're in the wave to the things that you desire. Beautiful ascension. So we'll put that right there, our special note from the universe, and then we'll start out with the Rider-Waite. I've already pulled the base cards, and then we'll pull some additional cards. The music that you guys are hearing, it's an artist that is on a creative artist on YouTube. Free copyright royalty music. All he asks is, I just recently saw, was to put his information in the description. He has a specific identification that he wants put in there, and he's looking for subscribers. Beautiful music, beautiful music. So if you like that, definitely check it out in the description. And let's see, 3 of Wands, and it'll be the same artist that you'll hear throughout all of the different videos coming up. I'm sorry, I started looking into the cards. All of the videos coming up, because I do want to heavily support this artist, because how wonderful. That's something I desired, and then he appeared with exactly what I desire. So of course I'm going to align and support him. All right, so here we go with 3 of Wands here that came out with the King of Swords. So with the 3 of Wands coming out here, it's like the divine feminine, you are looking over your establishments, what you have done in your action space. What have I accomplished? But more than that, it's like you're wanting to take authority over your establishments, coming out with the King of Swords. So you are taking authority over the action steps that you are taking to the things that you have established in your life. And I'm also getting that running Rolodex of things in your mind space. And I'm also getting your sticky note space. And some of you on a drawer to the right, there's some pink and some red paper with some writing on it as well. All of these things I'm getting, it's like pull them out, pull them out, pull them out. Everything is coming out, and it seems like you are taking authority over your establishments. Basically, you are ready to get things done in a way that you've never gotten them done before. So looking into that, I'm seeing what the motivation is. Basically, the divine feminine is at this place. The reason why they're taking authority over their establishments is because they recognize that their establishments was leading them to this place, which was the 5 of Pentacles that we have here. So that's those 2 people that are sitting out there in the cold, where they're standing rather, but they don't have what they need. It's pretty obvious. There's not even shoes on their feet. You have one that's all broke down on crutches. I call this that broke, busted, and disgusted. I used to go to a church and the pastor there, I used to run the bookstore at this particular church. So it would just always tickle me just even during that time, like I would just always hear that broke, busted, and disgusted, broke, busted, and disgusted. Like he would just say that all the time. I don't know why the bookstore came up. Maybe that's for somebody else, but either way, the Five of Pentacles here, it's basically, it's like, look, I end up out here in this cold without what I need. I don't even get my bare necessities. I don't get my bare necessities and my bare needs, but I'm with somebody. So what you guys are recognizing is that it's almost like you're taking authority over your establishments because you're basically going without fulfilling your establishments, but you would do that for the sake of relationship with others. And this isn't just a romantic relationship that I'm having here. This is really that get along, that get along with other people. This can be friendships, business. Many of you have just really wanted to go in business with certain people, and you just wanted to do so much, but it just wouldn't come to fruition. And you're really getting to the point where you're at the Ten of Swords here, where you're putting a dead end to all of the relationships that you would establish with people that will leave you in a position where you didn't have your basic needs. Either it would prevent you from utilizing your energy to go forward, almost like sitting in a holding space with these individuals, like whatever pain pocket that they might have been in at that necessary point in time. Or even to the point of almost like some of you guys, like people would rope you in, like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, but then it would never come to fruition. So you're kind of out there waiting on those people to make it happen. That's kind of the stuff that I'm getting clear when it comes to this. And then we come out with the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is saying that you're putting an end to that. That's no longer something that you're going to have happening to you. You're taking authority over your establishments, almost like, I know that I have to establish the foundational placement of me, the identification of me, my space and my signature of who I am within this earth space. And I know that if I keep having these, and this card right here, I say this is a clear codependency card. Like, we are out here broke, busted, and disgusted, but we are together in the way of and and this isn't just going through like a general hard time. This is just like, look, we're down to nothing here. This is desolate. Like, everything is gone, and there's not even a connection here. So it's almost like that sacrificial spacing when it comes to relationship. I sacrifice the basic needs of life. You're putting an end to that almost simply because it's not that there is not a love or a desire or anything when it comes to others in building your establishment. So I'm just like, I don't want to hear anyone else's opinion is coming strongly out of this. Because you're like, look, I am the one who has to deal with what I established, because I'm the one who's had to deal with what I established. So you're like, I'm taking authority, but it's like, you've always had authority. But it's like, no, I'm taking authority not to end up here. I'm taking authority to end that spacing. And the way that you're doing it is because it's almost like, you see the Page of Cups coming in here with the Five of Swords, where you see those two people that are walking away and they have their swords there. Well, you have those swords. It's almost like 3 swords in your hand and 2 swords on the ground is what's coming here. And the two are walking away, but it's almost, and you see the Page of Cups looking the other way. So this is giving a clear message of something very specific. So it's like, I'm taking my cup and I'm looking away. But you see this person has the swords in their hand. They have defeated the situation, but they're looking back. They're looking back at those who do not have the swords. And this is what the divine feminine was doing. So it wasn't that, and a lot of you do have specific persons in mind, but it's not even just the specific persons. It's almost like I can't move forward because I'm looking back at those who are not moving forward with me. So this is a big thing for the divine feminine energy that is being taken care of right now, because what the divine feminine energy is recognizing is that I can't offer my cup to that. Like, I can't get to the point where I'm this broke, busted, and disgusted to even help the other person. It just means we're both broke, busted, and disgusted. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything other than that. So it's like, that's not really help. So what the divine feminine energy is realizing, okay, well, if I have this one cup, I am supposed to not take this one cup and not move forward with it to grow more, to do more, and look behind at who has not developed the skills. Because you see, these swords are in the hand saying those who have not developed the skills, those who have not done the work, those who have not went through the dark night, those who have not went through the hell, those who have not went through all of those experiences, that you're not supposed to be focused on that. You're supposed to be looking forward with your cup. So that seems to be a clear message just coming out here for somebody. And I'll definitely take a little bit of that myself as well, because I can, even in the present moment, recognize in myself that when I first started this channel, I had to learn big lessons when it came to financial offering that I had never had to learn before. And it was just a real eye-opener that I experienced. All right, well, maybe we're not doing any of those. Oh, maybe so. Those fell out right at the end. And then we'll take the bottom. So I had to learn, because I went from one, being a consumer, to then when I went to being someone, an entrepreneur, it shifted things into a different place for me. So being in the counseling profession, the insurance companies generally set the rate if you're taking insurance. So we don't actually come out and state what it is that we ultimately are going to charge people too far out the billing scale, because you're going to get what the insurance company is going to pay you. Like, that's just what's going to happen. And they're setting the rates. So to come on YouTube and decide, well, hey, I have the opportunity to make things very affordable for people, to make it to where people don't have to spend but just a few dollars, and then collectively it all comes together. That's not the case. You can't offer things cheap enough. There are people who have paid for readings well over $100, and they just don't show up for the reading. It's just kind of how it is. It's how it works. So it's just where the energy is right now. We'll eventually, maybe, possibly get to an energy like that, or even closer to, the barter system I've seen in different areas is coming back in many ways. But right now, the energy is so spaced to where value is identified by number in so many different ways, and people like to spend money on things. So now I understand why the rates are the way they are. But you can't, it's the same. It doesn't matter whether it's the pricing doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. It's just numbers. So you really just wake up and figure out what it is that you're assigning numbers for, and it just is what it is. All right, so let's see. All right, so I have also pulled the John Holland cards, and I paused for a little bit because I really wanted to look into it. Because really, this 5 stands out heavy with that conflict and defeat. That lets me know just kind of where we are up here. It's like that 5 and that 5. So it also clarifies our 5 of Pentacles with that conflict and defeat. So it's like no longer gonna be in that place. But it also brings in the Devil card, which is that temptation, turning away from self, which also shows that that codependency, and to break down codependency, because I know we use a lot of titles a lot of times, but really to break down the fact of looking to others before I make my move, being split, divided, not steady, not clear-minded. What another person, how they're feeling, thinking, doing also heavily impacts what you're feeling, thinking, doing, to the point where you're not separately able to function. That's what's happening. Well, that seems to be right here being illuminated with the Universe card. So whatever has been causing your temptation to keep bringing you back in those spaces, that's being handled. So you guys are really going to be having a lot of reflections that are going to be coming to you throughout this week's time period, and we're headed into the new moon. So there is so much that's going to be coming through for you. I also like that we come in here, it shows kind of right here, it gives a representation of what a white witch would be, and it's more like be the light. We are in an area where there's a lot of dark motivations of power and greed. So it's really giving that impression also here where it says right beside it, winter, take care of your needs. So it's like white witch, be the light, take care of your needs. And it also has winter. I mean, hello. So we know what season we're transitioning within. So this is basically the message just telling you exactly what this reading is saying, that you're going to have to take care of the needs, that you're setting your life according to your needs. And that's it. And when you look and it goes in, out, it means everything. And you start to recognize that, and it's like, well, whoa. Well, these are the chances that we can, it's like, well, certain things are set for that, certain things are set for that, and certain things are set for that. So you have to know according to your needs, whether or not you're giving something, you're donating something. These are things that I had to do with this channel. It's like, okay, well, these readings are absolutely free. Do you want to offer one-on-one readings? Not really, because the percentage rate of turnaround, if I'm a person that supports an ascension, then it draws my energy in versus the turnaround. So that isn't going to work. So whenever I received the direction of that, then I understood it didn't align with me. So it wasn't a part of my needs. You know, so it goes to that way. How much do you want to produce is according to how much you're going to charge. Has nothing to do with the outer people there. Okay, well, is this something you want to continue to do? Needs to determine how much you're going to charge. You know, things of that sort that you're like, oh. So it's not according to, well, you can try, but everybody's going to ask for something that benefits them. But if you start and determine something that benefits you, then you will then attract all of those others. Those others that align to what it is that you offer. So it's a really interesting. So I will not try to control the uncontrollable. I intend to see the best in everyone. Okay, and we'll just read this one. We want you to reach the place where you are willing, not just willing, determined, not just determined, eager to let go of the need of control of things that are uncontrollable, like what anybody else is doing, and give your undivided attention to the only thing you can control, which is how you feel in any given circumstance. In other words, we want you to leave this moment saying, I've decided that I'm going to take life as it comes, and I am going to do the best that I can do in the midst of what I'm doing. This is beautiful. Because that's basically what this overall message is that we have here for the divine feminine energy. And then we have, you can never consistently motivate anybody to anything. But when you see the best of them and you go over to where your version of the best of them is, and you align with that and offer one signal, now you're a part of the inspiration, you see. Have you ever had the experience yourself when someone sees you and loves you and expects the best of you? Do you not shine in ways you never shined before? And do you not find it really hard to shine when another does not look for the best in you? And you know, this is something that came to me, and it said, wow, I had no idea the rootedness behind the desire to pay more, until I understand that paying more is aligned to the energy of people who are feeling like they are in the more. And it's like, you can't control people, but you do want to see the best. You also want to see people be able to afford. So you don't want to treat people like they don't have. And that's one of the things that I had to recognize. I was treating people like they don't have, even though I was coming from a really good heart place. That's the way I was seeing it. This could be a place that I could give, but in actuality, there are so many people that align this channel, and some of them they have it in a way that I don't even have it as of yet. So it is beautiful. It is beautiful how it all aligns, and we grow. We grow in how we think and we perceive things. So don't always think that you're doing the best for somebody by aligning with them in this space, in the broke, busted, and disgusted space. Maybe it is taking your cup, looking away from those who do not have that sword place, which is taking authority over their establishments, getting established, making sure your needs are met, will be the guiding light for others. It's beautiful. The golden mission is union. Union within self, then others. Take care of you.